everyone. This is Diffuser with a new project. Nintendo presents Metroid 4. I owe you guys a bit of an explanation. Now you guys are wondering, hey, you were putting up Shin Megami Tensei if. What's with this new project? Well, I think I'll let this speak for itself. It's not happening. Welcome to Metroid Fusion. So, I was in the middle of Shin Megami Tensei If because it's the game that, it's the game that bridges Shin Megami Tensei with Persona, and it's the last of the Super Nintendo Shin Megami Tensei games. It's also the only one that was even considered for a Western release. For some ungodly reason, they decided not to. And instead, our first game in the Shin Megami Tensei series was Jack Brothers for the Virtual Boy, if you could believe it or not. So this issue goes all the way back to my first Shin Megami Tensei Let's Play. I'd run into a bunch of emulation issues where my save data wouldn't take and I'd have to restart from the very beginning. I had this issue crop up 3 times in Shin Megami Tensei 1, and the last time it also came with totaling my emulator and my most of the files I had of all the rest of my Super Nintendo games. So I decided, you know what, better idea, use a hard copy. So I sprung for that for Shin Megami Tensei 1, 2, and If. The issue came up again in Shin Megami Tensei 2, and I managed to power through it, so that was no biggie. With Shin Megami Tensei If, on the other hand, considering all the hoops you have to jump through for the route I'm taking, and the fact that this is still a hard copy, I just decided enough was enough, and barring Shin Megami Tensei If getting a Western release, it's just gonna have to be shelved. It's not gonna happen. I'm not going to waste my sanity trying to get this to work. So, instead, we are going to be doing Metroid Fusion. This takes place after Super Metroid, and also takes place after, and also has a few callbacks to Metroid 2. And it's also right before the new game, Metroid Dread. We are going to erase this data, and we are going to start from scratch. I've been assigned to watch over Biologics research team, so I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388, just like Metroid 2. Now this is one of the few games where the story is actually very well stated. And it's kind of controversial for that, especially since they went a little too heavy on that in the next iteration, and the entry for that was the much maligned Metroid Other M. You'll be hearing me reference that a lot. That is the only dignification it's going to have on this channel. Oh, these guys, war notes. You're wasting a missile on these guys? Why? Stop wasting your missiles. was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. And we've seen this. It was only later I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I went through an acid trip and lost consciousness, and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. Ugh, that looks nightmarish. Yeah, nightmare fuel abounds here. More so than any other game. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. I believe that's Norian in Metroid Prime 3. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR388. Yeah, the hatchling that ended up saving our life in Super Metroid. Spoilers. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-Parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. Yeah, you don't got your shoulder pads anymore. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. Makes me recall my other CO. And we will get to him later. Ugh. They did so badly torpedoing him in Other M. Yes, this series is not only me playing this game, but also me complaining about Other M. Oh boy. At least your new ship looks cool, but still. We don't have to worry about map stations that much anymore. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-Parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate the quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You're still unable to use most of your latent abilities, and this time we actually have a decent reason for that. forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Yeah, it's clear. Now go to the quarantine bay. Alrighty, here we go. Our first Game Boy Advance Metroid game. This is the engine that Metroid Zero Mission was built using, and it kind of shows. A to jump, B to shoot. You can aim diagonally. We don't have our morph ball yet. Yeah, this game also veers into some really big survival horror as well. These are security hatches. We can't open those yet. Alright, the main deck. There's something down there. That's a good thing we can pick ourselves up. Otherwise, I'd have been stuck down there and I'd have to do the whole thing all over again. No, there's something hidden down there. There we go. Quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Wow, boom. Quarantine Bay. This place has seen better days. Well, what do you know? That's a Hornode. That's a basic enemy. That's from Metroid 2. And that thing that we just absorbed is an X. Yeah. That is a big not good. Alrighty. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X-Parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X-parasite infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. Well, what do you know? Turns out, wiping out an entire species in Metroid 2 was a really, really bad idea. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it also has changed your cellular makeup. You'll never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X-parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X-parasites whenever you possibly can. This station's home to many species, some violent ones. You must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I'm already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you're only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Now get going. I've released the lock on level 0 hatches. Those are the gray ones. Look for the blinking hatches. Alrighty. Alright, pause. Those are green hatches. We can't do anything with that. We have our save rooms. Okay. That is a zombie scientist. That is a living barrier. We can't do anything with that. We need heavier firepower for that. I think we either need missiles or super missiles. And we have neither of them. I've received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. Ah! Downloadable content. Man, they managed to foresee this long time ago. This'll help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is right here. Is your objective clear? With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. Just 20%? Eh. Makes sense, I guess. Let's see. We're not supposed to quite go there yet. And I don't think we can go any further anyway. Up we go, Samus. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CO I served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Oh God, Adam Malkovich. Where do we even begin with you? He was considered a pretty decent guy. From the manga and this game. Other M changed all that. Alright, we have recharge rooms. They recharge your health and your missiles when you get them. Save room, I've already gone over. Man, this is a really expansive room. Alright, there's our missiles. Hold R and press B. Standard stuff. That doesn't sound good. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge biosigns, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use your recharge room or absorb a special type of X parasite. They are green. You'll see them. Try it out. Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now find a way to the target. Alrighty, we are going to cut things here, and I will see you guys next time. No, wait, actually, you know what? I don't think we'll do that. I got time. Yeah, that's how they work. Now, I'm not going to be getting 100% in this game. As you are very well aware, all the games after Super Metroid have the speed booster, and speed booster shenanigans are required, and I suck at those. So, that's just not going to happen. I'll get as much as I can, but 100% is out of the question. Alright. There goes the plate. Well, it's one of those biological things. Yeah, there's the green X's. When those X's are white, that was a completely different kind of one. You cannot absorb them. Alright, we have ratings that we can hang on. We have a missile pack. In this game, there are monsters that masquerade as missile and energy packs. There's something here, but I can't seem to find it. Hang on, one moment. Okay, I think I need bombs for that. We'll get that later. Okay, that's a boss door. Here we have our save room. Excuse me. Alright, let's rock and roll. Alright, boss doors. Oops. Don't get your butt kicked by a boss door. This is our first boss, we all know that. Alright, whenever you fight a boss door, it'll always give you a red X that will refill everything. Alright, we have our first energy tank. Alright. Alright, Arachnus. Arachnus was a mid-boss in Metroid 2. He is much easier now. You can generally tell what kind of power-up you're going to get by what ability the boss uses. So, it's pretty easy to figure out what this guy got. not waste your missiles on this guy. Alright. Corax. Hit the Corax with missiles. The color it takes shows you just how far away it is from being destroyed. Red means it's on its last legs. And we got the Morph Ball. Sweet. Alrighty. See, that wasn't so bad now, was it? The door gave me more trouble than the actual boss. And now we can go through here. We have a restore room. We'll be coming back for that upgrade later. As for now... Alright. Yeah, we'll need to come back for that later. Save and go back to that new room. Samus, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-Parasites. Sector 1, SRX, shows abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR-388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft, and use elevator 1. Is your objective clear? Use a navigation room just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think whoever allowed the X into the environment may be linked to the earlier explosion. Alrighty. We are going to do that next time. I will see you guys then.